Hello there, everybody. I hope you're all having an absolutely amazing day. We're getting towards the end of July. We've had a little heat wave and some more humidity, which we're kind of having a difficult time with. But it's so gorgeous here in Petaluma. And I'm here at Cottage Gardens today, and I'm going to tell you all about what seeds you can plant right now to give you even more late summer color and color on into the fall. Now, we live in an absolutely amazing climate here. We probably won't get frost till October at the absolute earliest. In the last couple of years, it hasn't even happened till January or so. So yeah, here at the end of July, because of our amazing climate and our long growing season, we still, right now, can plant from seed a whole bunch of wonderful summer blooming annual flowers. So watch this video and I'm going to share my 5 favorites of what I'm going to be seeding this very week, so that I'm going to still have some summer and late fall color blooming in my garden. And watch all the way to the end. I'm going to share some veggies that you can still grow from seed right now. Great summer veggies that you can still seed now that are going to give you great harvests before those winter frosts come along. So yeah, follow along. Let's get going. Let's start with marigolds. Right now, end of July, you can start your marigolds straight in the ground. The weather's amazing. You just have to make sure that you keep them evenly moist. Now, marigold seeds are tiny, very tiny little seeds, and they're apt to blow away. In fact, that's the whole point of a marigold seed. The marigold blooms go to seed, and those seeds just blow away in the wind. So these seeds could blow away in the wind if it's a particularly windy day and you just are seeding them straight in the ground. So what I like to do is to seed them and lay a very fine layer of sand over them, water the whole thing down really well. Or better yet, start indoors. That way you can really keep an eye on them and not plant them outside till they're a little bit bigger and safely able to put their roots down into the ground. Now, marigolds produce blooms all the way to the first frost, and they come in such a range of colors. It's quite incredible. And who doesn't want those big, giant orange marigolds just in time for the Day of the Dead celebrations in early November? This is the perfect time to plant them. You're not going to want to forget to do it. Right here, I've got Inca mix and the marigold bonanza mix over here. But there's seeds for all different kinds of marigolds, whether you want big, tall, 3-foot tall ones or little tiny ones. Tons of different marigold seeds for you to plant. Next up, sunflowers. There's so much time left for you to be getting fabulous blooms like these. Now, these particular sunflowers were planted, I think, the second week of June. And look at what they're doing after just 6 weeks, something like that. Absolutely incredible. So just imagine what you're going to get when you plant sunflower seeds right now. So again, sunflower seeds are a little bit bigger than marigolds. I mean, quite a chunk bigger. You know what sunflower seeds look like. I still like to start them indoors because at my house there are so many critters. They're going to want to eat those sunflower seeds. The birds, the mice, squirrels, all kinds of creatures are going to want to do it. So again, I'm going to start the sunflower seeds indoors, and once that little seedling is up, takes about 10 days or so to emerge, to germinate. Once it's up and a couple of inches tall, then I'm going to transplant it outside. And look, nothing says summer like sunflowers. So you gotta plant some more sunflowers right now from seed. And why not plant lemon queen? It's a pollinator favorite. And if you haven't watched any of my videos before, I talk about sunflowers for cutting. I talk about sunflowers for pollinators. There is a difference. Many sunflowers do not produce pollen, which is great. If you've got allergies or you want to bring them indoors and don't want little gold dust all over your dining room table, go for the pollen-free ones. But if you want to make the pollinators happy, make sure the sunflower you choose to plant right now has pollen on it, and Lemon Queen is one of those absolute favorites. Lots more though too, plenty to choose from. And of course, if seeding directly or seeding indoors is not your thing, we have tons of sunflower starts for you still. Next up, let's talk about nasturtiums. Now, nasturtiums are wonderful, and they're the kind of thing that you really only have to grow once. They will keep popping up in your garden forevermore and hybridize, which is super, super cool. I think I planted nasturtiums in my yard maybe 10 or 15 years ago. And because I love these really dark colors and I like the really light colors, I know that's all I planted. However, right now in my garden, I've got oranges, I've got pale yellows, I've got bright yellows, I've got golden. What I don't have are any of these really, really black ones, which is fine with me. I love all the nasturtiums because you can also eat them. You can eat the flowers, you can eat the petals individually, you can eat the foliage. Super hot and peppery if the leaf is very big and old, so pick the leaves young if you decide to eat them. Anyway, I digressed. Nasturtiums, you can plant them now. Again, it's one of those seeds that are super easy to direct seed because they are big seeds. I'll show you in a second. It's a great seed, like the sunflower seeds, to plant if you've got little ones with you in the garden because the seeds are big, easy to handle, and you can't lose them, really. They're really big. These guys, you plant about 1/2 inch deep. And right now, because it's a really hot summer day, I would plant them in the shadier part of your garden. And the other thing the shade does for your nasturtium seeds is when the frost does come, your little plants are all underneath shade of some description. Shade of a tree, shade of the eaves of your house or something, which are going to protect those plants. We had some go all the way through winter at my house, all the way through winter here at Cottage as well, because they were sheltered by the olive trees up front. If you visited at all, you would have seen those. So yeah, nasturtiums, they germinate really quickly, a week to 10 days, and they grow fast. So you're going to have color, middle of August, easy, all the way through frost. And they are wonderful. There's even variegated forms. The whole Alaska series, let me grab one for you, because I do have the starts of them, of course. But the Alaska series also has variegated foliage. So grab yourself some seeds of any of the Alaska nasturtiums. You're going to have beautiful variegated foliage and fabulous blooms too. No summer garden or fall garden would be complete without Cosmos. Now this right here is Cosmos Bright Lights. Gets up to about 4 feet tall, bright orange, happiest color. But Cosmos comes in a huge range of colors and forms. I love the simplicity of this one. It's most like the original, and it just wends its way through this purple verbena in such a pretty way that I always make sure I have some in here. So Cosmos, yes, I love the apricot or the apricot lemonade or any of the dark ones almost as much as Bright Lights, and you can plant them now. Now it's a very tiny seed. I'll show you in a second. In fact, this Cosmos right here is going to seed right now. So you can see those seeds. Tiny, just like the marigold seeds. So you don't want to plant them too deep. Again, it's easier this time of year in this kind of heat with all the little hungry birds around to grow them indoors first and then plant them out when you know for sure you got yourself a little seedling. And these guys are going to bloom all the way up to the first frost. Like I said, tons of colors to choose from white through the deepest red. And they self-seed so beautifully. These seeds are going to be spreading all over the place in here, and I know for sure I'm going to have like succession after succession of beautiful Cosmos Bright Lights in my garden here. But at home, I'm going to do more apricota because I really love apricota. I love how it goes with my Coco Loco rose when I bring them indoors, and I just love these colors. So yeah, Cosmos, plant some cosmos now. Here's one more you really should plant right now. Now it's called Mexican sunflower. It's not really a sunflower. Looks more like a zinnia if you ask me, but it is called Mexican sunflower or Tithonia, and it is amazing when it's actually in the ground and not in a 4-inch pot. So give it space is my recommendation. The other thing that is so fantastic about Mexican sunflower Tithonia is that monarchs absolutely adore it as a nectar source. I've had it, there's some down the hill, but they just haven't started blooming yet. When they bloom, monarchs seem to spot it from way up high and come on down and sit on the top. But yes, the seeds of this are a little bit bigger. They're about half the size of a sunflower seed. They're great direct sown, and they self-seed. You will find them popping up in your garden going forward. But again, if you've got critters, if you've got mice, if you've got other creatures that like to eat the seeds straight from the dirt, start them indoors. They take about 10 days to germinate, and then you wait till you got your first true leaves, and then you can put them outside and just stand back, give it space. I've had these guys grow up to about 8 feet tall, 4 feet wide, covered in blooms. They are pretty amazing. And finally, we kind of do an A to Z. Can't remember where we started, but Z is for zinnias, and that's where we're going to end up today. No summer garden is complete without zinnias. They make fabulous cut flowers. They look amazing in a border. And again, there are so many to choose from. The other really, really cool thing about them is the butterflies love them. They really, really love them. They'll perch on the top, even those little white ones. They'll perch on the top and they'll get the nectar, and they're just fabulous in a pollinator garden, in a summery border, in containers too. You can do them in containers also. And they're so easy to grow. They can germinate from 3 to 10 days. This time of year, I'm sure it's closer to 3 days. They're going to be flowering for you within a month. And oh my goodness, the flowers, they come in a range of colors, and they come in a range of sizes too. You can get little teeny ground cover zinnias almost, all the way up to 4 feet tall state fair types. Pretty amazing, and so much fun to grow, and so much fun to bring indoors for your bouquets. So yeah, start indoors if you got the creatures, direct seed if you don't. Make sure you water regularly to get them all germinated and getting those roots down. But the other great thing about zinnias, they don't need a ton of water once they get going. In fact, they don't like it. Their foliage will get a little mildewy. They'll still bloom for you, but the plant won't be so pretty. So there you go. And if you've never really close-up looked at a zinnia, now's the time. They are really pretty astonishing. This particular one is called Zowie, because I guess that's what people say when they see it, and it is really, really amazing. There's so many colors going on and little florets on the inside. Really pretty. It's kind of hard to pick them to bring indoors because they're just too pretty to do so. So there you have it. I really love sharing the seeds that you can plant right now, because I'm going to get out there and do that at my house later on this evening. I am going to grow them indoors, like I said, because of all the creatures, but you can plant them outside if you're here in Zone 9B like me, and you're going to have blooms all the way through fall. It is a hot day today. I am so glad you guys joined me today. I appreciate every single one of you watching my videos, and I want to hear what you're planting today. What's your favorite thing in the garden? What's the annual you cannot live without popping up in your summer garden? Tell me all about it. But better still, come on in and visit me at Cottage Gardens. I would love to see you. I had some great visits over the weekend, and it just made my day. I love it. So if you can't visit, find me on Facebook or Instagram. But next time you're in Northern California, stop by. Meantime, everybody, have a wonderful time in your garden. Happy gardening.